Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right, we're going to start with the thread. Customer service workers, what's the most disrespectful thing a customer has said to you? All right, let's get right into it. I once asked a customer the standard, "Hey, how are you doing?" as I started to scan his purchases. He responded with, "Pretty good, dickhead," and then he robbed me at gunpoint. Oh, wow. However, that wasn't even the rudest thing a customer has said to me. Nigga! How is putting a gun to you not the most disrespectful thing a customer's ever said to you or done to you? Bro, that would be the top of my list. He's just like, "Oh man, how was your day?" Boop, boop. "Oh, pretty good, dickhead. Give me all the money." Like, what the fuck? He said, "Oh, but that wasn't nothing." Like this nigga working the hood or something. He said, the rudest thing is a woman, the woman standing behind the robber actually took that cake. She stood there and watched me, a scrawny teenager, have a guy point a gun at my face for several minutes. After he walked out with his gun still pointing at me, she came up to the register and demanded me to ring up her merchandise because she was running late for something. Oh my... Are you serious? Yo, she was just like, "Oh, look, I know that you just almost died, but I need you to ring my shit up because I'm late for something. All right? So hurry up and ring my shit up. I don't give a fuck if you're about to die." Like, bro, I just had a gun pointed at me and I was just robbed. And then you're asking me to just rock on like nothing happened? Fucking A. Oh my God. And there's still more. All right. There's still more to this. Let's see. Demanded me to ring up her purchase because she was running late for something. I was so shocked at what just happened that I actually completed the transaction while I was still trembling. She then asked me if I was just robbed, and I said, "Yes, I think so." And she said, "Wow, that's crazy," and left. Oh my God. Oh my God. This young boy is just trembling. He is like ringing her shit up, and then she's like, "Did you just get robbed?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think so." And she's like, "Wow, that's crazy." Took her shit and walked off. Oh my God. Bruh. Oh. Right after she left, I finally realized that I should probably call the police. They came pretty quickly. Unfortunately, nothing came of it, and they never caught him. I did get to go home early that day, though, which was nice, I guess. Bro, people don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck of what just happened. Like, how do you be in line with a robber and a guy that just got robbed, and your only thought process is, "God damn, I need to hurry up and get these groceries. I'm late." Like, bro, what? And then she sat there and was just like talking to a trembling teenage boy, talking about, "Oh, did you just get robbed?" "Yeah, I think I just did." "Wow, that's crazy. Bye." Like, oh my God. I hope he's doing okay. That is, my God, bro, that's crazy. People are fucked up. Oh, working at a cook at a Waffle House, you get some doozies. It's probably the drunk guy who said, if I wanted a tip, I need to come back around the counter and suck his dick. What? I told him to get the fuck out of my restaurant. What the hell? That's, I guess, some Waffle House shit for you. I was expecting worse than that, but goddamn. He was just like, well, man, if you want a tip, you can come on, suck my dick, come on around the corner here. Like, what the fuck? Yo, man. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy. I used to work in university administration. A woman called and gave me her daughter's name because she had some questions about her account. I couldn't find the student, tried everything, name, social, student ID number, nada. She begins to verbally assault me and claim I'm useless. Turns out she has 2 daughters. She called the wrong school for the daughter she was asking about. You fucking clown. You fucking clown. She's over here like, what are you talking about? I paid all this money for my daughter to go to school and you can't find her. And then she realizes, oh, I called the wrong school. I'm sorry. Goodbye now. You a dumb bitch. What the fuck? Dude, how are you gonna yell at me when I'm doing everything possible to help you with the situation that you're trying to be helped with? And you're over here yelling, cursing at me, and then you want to sit there and be like, oh, I called the wrong school. I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Like, I would be heated. My blood would be boiling. I would want to tell that bitch off. I'd be like, oh my God, you stupid whore. When I worked retail at 18 in a party city, a group of grown women cussed at me and called me a bulimic bitch because the store didn't have the right size gift bags they wanted. Yo! They pretty much were just like, you don't have the bags that we want, you fucking eating disorder bitch. Like, like what? Like, yo, why are you ad hominem me? What'd I do? I didn't do anything. I just looked for the item that you wanted. We didn't happen to have it. And these are grown ass women walking up here talking about, you old eating disorder ass bitch. You ain't got the shit that I want. Yo. Oh my God, man. Oh, and motherfuckers be wondering why, kids don't want to work no more. They're like, I ain't trying to deal with this shit. Because older people just feel like they can just say whatever the fuck they want. Man. And just get away with that dumb shit. Oh. I was stuck on a register for 8 straight hours and at 16 years old and had to pee like I was going to need a change of clothes in 3 minutes level of urgency. Lady stopped me after I abandoned my register and wanted something we didn't sell, refunded it immediately. I declined, citing my epically urgent needing to pee. Offered to be back in 5 minutes or less. She twisted her face into an ugly, spoiled grimace and said, what use are you even then? I bet she never wagered she could haunt my urination efforts for the next 20 years. I still ask myself how long she'd been wearing diapers that my clear need to pee elicited zero sympathy from her. Damn, bro. Yeah, they got no sympathies at all. They're like, no, it's my problem that I need right now. It's all about me because I'm at the grocery store and it's all about me and me only and my problems. I don't give a fuck if you gotta pee. I don't care if you've been in the register for 8 straight hours. I don't care what the fuck you got going on. It's about me and only me. Like, God damn, you people are just, oh yeah. And you run into those people a lot. Man. And you run into them a lot. I've shared a lot of stories where just running into the most entitled people ever. When I worked retail and in the meat department and all that kind of stuff, it's just like people just don't understand that, hey, I'm a person too. I'm not just a robot. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, hold up. And we, as retail workers, we obviously say, hey, hold on, give me a minute. I got you. I will be like right back, but they're just like, oh, waiting 5 minutes is the most heinous crime you could ever commit. And it's just like, yo, man, you over here like blaming me for murder or something because I gotta go pee real quick. Like, damn. Jesus. Man accusing me of being on drugs in front of corporate because I was tired because I stayed up all night studying for my test at school. Yo, you over here trying to get this man fired? Like, dude, imagine if his boss heard some shit like that. Imagine if it was one of those things where it's like, oh, you're outside and you're just like, oh, I'm tired. And the customer is just like, man, are you on drugs? You look like you high as a motherfucker. And they're just like, what? Huh? Daniel, are you on drugs? Is there something we need to talk about, sir? Do you know something we don't know? And it's just like, wait, no, hold up. No, I'm not on drugs. Huh? No. You know what I mean? You trying to get the motherfucker fired? Like, bro, chill out. Mind your business. God damn. Jesus. I've been in customer service for 30 years. Customer, are you the most ignorant, stupid person I've ever talked to? You do not know how to do your job. I want to speak to the manager. Me, I am the manager. Fuck people who think they know more about your job than they... Damn right. And I have said this before too. It's like, how are you going to tell me how to do my job when I come to this bitch 5 to 6 days and spend 8 hours in this motherfucker? You act like I want to be here. You know, you act like this is just I'm not being paid to be here. You know what I mean? Like, bro, no, I am here simply because I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm here because I'm getting paid to be here. If I didn't have to be here, I wouldn't be here. You know? It makes no sense when people sit there and they try to tell you how to do your job. And it's like, bro, come on, man. I come here 5-6 days out of the week. I'm here for 8 motherfucking hours. You don't think I don't know how to do my job? Come on, man. You don't think I don't know how to do my job? Like, that's ridiculous. That's outlandish. To think that yo bitch ass that comes in here once a week and you're here for like an hour max, you think you know my job. Like, come on, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, sometimes I want to just be like, oh, since you know what you're doing, here, go ahead. Here you go. I'm going to go clock out. You go ahead and clock in. You go ahead and finish my shift because you seem to know what you're doing. Yeah, go ahead. Work the rest of my shift, yo, bitch ass nigga. Fuck out of here. There's so many times I wanted to tell people that so bad. I wanted to just be like, all right, cool then. Come back here and work then. If you think you know so much, come on back here and work then. You know, other than that, get the fuck out my face. Get it, man. That should be boiling my blood. I don't even work there no more. This should still be making me pissed off. God damn. My first job out of high school was overnight tech support at a tech startup. It was the night of the Super Bowl. Someone gets transferred to me and I can tell they're shit-faced. I don't even know what the issue was to make them convince out vendor team to transfer them. The lady immediately goes on a huge rampage and gave me every reason to hang up, but to be honest, it was kind of funny and meant I didn't have to do real work. Called me many Indian slurs and talked about how I'll never leave my shithole country, even though I'm a white guy working in Austin, Texas. Talked about how I was stupid. I was too stupid to go to college, even though this job was putting me through an electrical computer engineering degree on the company's dime, although I never graduated, so point on them, I guess. But to top it all off, she asked me to repeat my name. I repeated and spelled it. It's a weird name. She says his name. Well, at least my parents didn't name me blank. I died laughing and hung up shortly after. No topping that. Her name was literally Casey. Okay. So she spells Casey, Kiyseigh. But it's pronounced like Casey, Kacey. If I was him, I would be playing into the Indian shit. Oh my God. I'd be like, what did you call me? What? What the fuck did you call me? How the hell did you call me that? What the fuck? Who are you? Who are you? Where do you live? Where do you live? I swear to God, I live in a better place than you do. I probably got a better education than you do. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. You're probably drunk and you're a whore and you don't know what you're talking about. I would be fighting her the whole time. I would be playing into it, bro. Oh my God, just knowing like I'm a white dude in Austin, Texas, and this bitch just thinks I'm Indian and, you know, I'll never do it. I'm just, oh dude, I'd be playing into it so hard. I'd be like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing here? Like, I got a better degree than you. I probably make a lot more money than you do. You know, your husband's probably a poor bitch. you suck mother bitch. I'd be going off on her bitch ass. And then she'd be like, she'd call back and try to get my manager, be like, who is that Indian guy that was, who's that Indian guy that was cussing me out last night? I want to report him. And then they're just like, ma'am, what Indian guy? There's no Indian guy that works here. I swear he was an Indian guy. He was yelling at me. Oh, she would look so stupid. She would look so stupid, and then they would be looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know. Indian guy. Like, I mean, we got a lot of calls last night, but I didn't get no call for an Indian guy. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would be playing her life, bro. I would be playing her life to the extreme. Man, she would look so stupid. That shit would be so funny. That'd be so fun. I'd be like, 2 points me. Let's go. Oh, my God. I worked at a very happy place on earth. Okay. And the last time in my career that I ever said I'm sorry to a guest, they responded with, "You are sorry." After that day, I only said my apologies in similar situations. I also got called a fucking asshole more than once and had the last guy that said that to me thrown out along with the rest of his party. Alrighty then. I wonder where the fuck she works at or he works at, because that is just ridiculous. I love the comments where it's like, instead of "you are sorry," because he changed it to "my apologies," "you are apologies." Like, I could totally see a customer coming up with some dumb shit like that just to try to get at you. Oh my God. I was working at a call center and the guy said my voice was like listening to nails on a chalkboard because I wasn't giving him the deal he wanted. I actually snapped on him and demanded an apology. Man, I hope he got that. Oh, he did. He did, because somebody asked, "Did you get the apology?" He replied, "I did." Really caught him off guard and he apologized right away. Hell yeah, man. You know, oh, see, you can't do something like that in retail though. Yeah, a lot of times you're always the one apologizing to them. It's fucking stupid. But I guess over a phone call thing, you could actually do that and be like, "Yo, what the fuck? How dare you? Give me an apology. Fuck you." How dare you be rude to me when I'm just being nice? But I mean, when it's like a face-to-face thing, man, you might catch a case in the parking lot, you know? Yeah. That's kind of sucks about that, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Used to drive for Uber. Had one mail rider ask me, a woman, if I thought I was some kind of genius. Okay. Oh, okay. So, okay. Cool. She's a woman. Her rider was male. All right, cool. Confused, I asked him why. He went on a long rant about how God created men to be more intelligent than women and how I'm not as smart as he is because I'm a woman. I almost dropped him off on the side of the road. Okay. You know, I can't say that seems to be a big thing right now. People love to justify their shitty decisions in life or their outlandish thoughts. They justify it through like, well, God made it this way and Jesus would have wanted that way. And it's like, dude, no. No. Like, nowhere in the Bible does it say that God made women stupid and made men intelligent. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? And there's like other shit. I'm sure you guys have heard things online where, you know, people try to justify their shitty decisions or their whatever on like, oh, but, you know, God told me to do it and Jesus said it was down in my path and all this other crap. I think it's just so ridiculous, man. And then half these people they don't even follow religion. You know, you ask, oh, are you religious? No, not really. Nah, I believe it here and there. Oh, I'm spiritual. Oh, I'm this and that. And it's just like, what? Then why are you using that in your stance? It just makes no sense. Like, I would want to drop him off too. I'd have been like, motherfucker, get out of my car. Get out of my car with this bullshit. Like, what the fuck? You know? Had a car salesman go from 0 to 100% real quick. Guy was having issues with software / printer. Called in to help. All smiles until I had to verify his store code, which unfortunately ended up being bong. I said each letter individually, which led him to say it together, which got him embarrassed because he had clients in the room. I got an earful and then he talked to my supervisor. How could he get mad at you because his fucking password is bong? Come on, man. He's over here just like, B-O-N-G. He's like, okay, go ahead and B-O-N-G. Go ahead. So bong? Confirm that for me. Bong. That's what it says. He's like, yeah, bong. Bong. He's like, what the fuck, man? Why'd you make me say it? I didn't want to say it. You could have just spelled it out and put it in. What the fuck? Oh, God. I can just imagine that dumb conversation. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like, he's just like, all right, man. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just need your password. Oh, yeah. B-O-N-G. Okay. All right. B-O-N-G. Bong? Bong? Is that correct? Bong? He's like, yeah. Bong. That's correct. Bong. Oh my God. Like, dude, don't make your password something stupid. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to say it to somebody else, don't fucking make it your password. Cause then you're just gonna look stupid giving somebody your password. Oh my God. I got screamed at by a customer because we had gone to take cups half an hour before we closed the cafe. Amongst the screaming was a comment, at least I can afford the coffee instead of having to work for the company. I shit you not, when he eventually realized he wasn't going to win, he used a voucher for a free drink from his place of work. This motherfucker, he said, at least I can afford the drinks. Bitch, you used a coupon. Shut up. Put that motherfucker on blast. He put that motherfucker on blast. He was just like, bitch, shut up back there. Use the coupon. The fuck you talking shit for? Oh my God. I swear people don't think before they say shit sometimes. They just think it sounds funny or they think it sounds good, and so then they say it. And then when the motherfucker got a blast right back, they're like, oh shit. I would have said that shit too. I'd have been like, motherfucker, shut up. You over here use the coupon. Fuck out of here. Oh my God, that is funny. A woman wished me good night after an otherwise uneventful interaction. I smiled and said, I shall endure to persevere. She turned back, smiled cheerfully, and said, oh, talking above your education. Then she left. It was such a shock, it took me a few minutes to realize I'd been insulted. Yo, that probably had to be one of the slyest fucking insults ever. She was just like, oh, a dumb person talking smart, huh? Like, bitch, what? Okay. You didn't have to say all that. Damn. Oh, yeah. All right. Worked in an adult video store in the early 2000s. Guy walked in and bought a previously viewed tape for like $10. except whoever fetched the tape that matched the box had grabbed the wrong tape, and the guy ended up watching 10 seconds of gay porn. Oh, Jesus. So he did what any red-blooded American would do. He ejected the videotape, stuck it into a board, and filled it with buckshot. And then he tried to return the shot-up tape for his money back. Then I wouldn't accept it back. He threatened to fill me with buckshot too. The off-duty but still in uniform prison guard that was a regular changed that dude's mind real quickly. What? So this dude was just like, yeah, let me go ahead and get fuck tape number 9. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Goes home. He puts it in. He's like, oh, yeah, this about to be the shit. Huh? What? That's 2 dudes. What the fuck? Eject. Grabs his shotgun. He's like, boom, boom, boom. He's like, oh, how dare this motherfucker sell me some gay porn? I'm going right back. Takes his shot up tape. Goes back and he's like, I cannot believe you sold me 2 dudes touching each other's booty holes. How dare you? He's like, look, man, you shot up the tape. I can't give you your money back. Oh, I'll fill you up with some buckshot if you don't give me my money back. And then, for some reason, there is a correctional officer in there just like, oh, damn, that girl's titties look nice. God, I might watch this one tonight. And then and then hears it, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on over there? Hey, man. Hey, you can't threaten to kill that dude. What the fuck? You know, I'm an officer. I can get you in a lot of trouble for that. Like, just the fact that they're in a sex shop is the wildest shit ever to me. Oh, and I bet he deals with the weirdest of people, bro. The weirdest of weirdest people. Like, the fact that homeboy popped it in, saw 2 dudes touching each other's buttholes, and he was just, the first thought that came to his mind was to shoot the tape. Like, it was about to jump out and conform him or something. I don't know. Like, he shot that thing like it was a devil tape or something. And then he had the audacity to bring it back and be like, I want my money back. And it's a shot up tape. It's like, come on, bro. What are you thinking? You know, just because he didn't get fuck tape number 9. Oh my God, bro. These threads are wild. Oh shit. My close friend died in a real bad accident. Dang, rest in peace. We live in a small town and she was young, so it made front page news. Some random woman came up to the window, shoved the newspaper in my face and was like, look at this beautiful young woman. Such a shame she passed away. She looked so kind. I started crying, shut the window, and walked away. You'd think she would put 2 and 2 together and realize the girl who passed was my friend, but nope. The grief vulture made a formal complaint about me being heartless for not listening to her gush about my dead friend who she's never met. Wow. Oh my God. She literally shoved the newspaper in her face and was just like, oh my God, look at this girl. Isn't she so pretty? I can't believe she died so young. That's crazy. And then she's just like, oh my God. And, you know, and she's just like, heartless ass bitch. The fuck? Hey, where you going? Come hear me talk about this beautiful girl who died. Like, and then she's just like, man, fuck that bitch. I'm calling corporate. Like, what? Huh? Like, how are you going to get me in trouble for crying over you shoving a fucking paper with my dead friend in it? Like, oh, God. I truly believe some people are just so narcissistic they can't fathom, you know, putting 2 and 2 together and a situation together like, oh, shit. That this may have triggered her or she may have some involvement in this. You know what I mean? Like think outside yourself a little bit, please. That would be nice, you know? Fucking A, dude. All right, we're going to go ahead and do 3 more because this is a pretty juicy thread. When I was younger, we had a guy come in and try to sell us drugs. We politely declined and he went into the bathroom, pissed like gallons worth of pee onto our floor, then announced his deed to us before flipping us off and calling us pussies. So this dude was just like, he walks up to the counter and he's just, hey man, you want some drugs? You want some drugs? Drugs? You want some drugs? And they're like, no, we're good, man. No, we're good. No, thanks. We're good. He's like, all right. Where's the bathroom at? And he's like, oh, it's over there, man. He goes into the bathroom, just pisses all over the floor, and then he's just like, all right, man, later, guys. Later. You might want to clean that bathroom up. It's just like, wait, huh? And they go in the bathroom and just piss all over the floor, and it's just like, damn, we should have bought some drugs. Oh my god. Like, damn, we should have bought some drugs. Maybe he wouldn't have pissed all over our floor. Oh my god. Stay away from drugs, kids. Oh Jesus. Go to school. All that. Alright. Asked where I was from. I said Canada. Said, no, where are you really from? You're not a real Canadian. Are you Pakistani? I'm just a bit tanned, but could easily be Latino, Arab, Native American. I just walked away. Happened in Scotland. I was helping the dude take a TV to his car. So I guess he had no other conversation to talk about. And he's like, oi lad, are you? What are you? And he's like, oh, I'm Canadian. Oh, bullshit. Like, yeah, at least the Middle Eastern. And like, no, I'm just a little dark, that's all. I'm a Canadian, I'm dark. And he's like, that's bollocks. You're not even. You're not even. You're probably Pakistani or something. Like, fuck that. He's like, no, dude, I'm actually Canadian, like, chill. Can we talk about something else? Like, no, I'm not done talking about your fucking brownness. Like, you fucking brown cunt. Like, chill, bro. Damn. Oh, man. Shout out Scotland. The most disrespectful thing that was ever said to me was nothing. Okay. I worked in a small commuter airline where we walked the passengers out to the planes on the tarmac. Everyone was allowed one carry-on bag, and every other bag had to go in the back to comply with FAA regulations. This woman had 2 bags with her. I said, ma'am, I'll take one of those bags from you and you'll get it back immediately upon deplaning. She means departing, but whatever. Didn't even look at me or say a word, just kept walking. Once again, I said, ma'am, I have to take one of those bags from you. FAA regulations, still nothing. She just kept walking. Finally, I cut her off from climbing the plane stairs, and I can either take one of those bags from you or you won't be allowed on this motherfucking plane. At the point, she literally threw one of the bags she had into my chest, didn't say a word to me, and walked past me onto the plane. The guy walking behind her came up to me and said, sorry, she doesn't like to talk to help. I don't think I've ever been so mad at a stranger in my life. Bro, some people are so fucking entitled. Like, all you have to do is just say, oh, go ahead and take this one. Bam, done. End the conversation. But she sat there and was just like, I don't have to say anything to you. Who are you? You're just the help. Like, huh? Like, fuck out of here. Oh my God. I am so glad I don't work in retail anymore and with the customers and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm telling you, bro, I can't do it. I don't think I could ever do it again. People are wild. They're overly entitled. They're narcissistic. They feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want. They feel like they can say whatever they want and just get away with anything. They're just like, I can say whatever I want to this motherfucker and they can't say nothing. That is just crazy. Yo, shout out to all my retail workers out there. If you guys are working retail, hey man, stay strong out there. All right. If you listen to the podcast, hey, good on you. Now, I hope this can be at least a little bit of a a laugh for you, whether you're on lunch break or you're about to go into work or you just got off work, whatever the case may be, it is. Hopefully this podcast can get a little laugh in you, because golly. And then if you're not a retail worker, hey man, be kind to them, please, because this shit they go through, man, they don't deserve it. All right, I try to be nice and kind to retail workers and waitresses and waiters and all that kind of stuff, because I know the shit they go through and I know the people that they deal with. So that's all I'm gonna say with that, man. But yeah, that is the thread. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread, because that was a crazy thread, just ridiculous. Oh man. But yeah, into the announcements. Patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast, $3 a month. If you guys want to get an exclusive episode every Friday, as well as being able to send in your Am I the Asshole or your story. I've been actually doing Patreon stories lately, where you can just send me in a story and I'll read it on the show. It's actually been kind of fun. I think we have one for today. I believe so. We should have one. And then I know we have an Am I the Asshole as well for today off of Patreon. But again, thank you guys so much for all the support. TikTok as well as Instagram, follow us there for the clips. TikTok, we're going to be doing lives every single Sunday, 5 p.m. So be there, be square. If you're not there, don't worry about it. You can always come back and listen to the recorded version. But fuck, without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into the scenarios. Also, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, please rate the podcast. Thank you very much. That helps out the show tremendously. All right, first scenario, or not even really scenario, but first story, let's say. I have been washing my face with my own jizz for 3 years. Okay, this dude said, I jerk off in the shower and mix a little nut and face wash together. Throwaway, because I don't want people to know in real life to know that I run my own jizz on my face. Okay, so when I was in middle school, I heard that jizz was great for your skin. According to Google, that's not really true. But regardless, I stored this information on my brain until I moved into my new home 3 years ago, and I'm 23 now. One day, I jerked off in the shower and had gotten cum on my hand and had a very impulsive idea to mix it with face wash. I mixed just a little in with my regular face wash, and I had been using it for years and didn't think anything of it. I just rubbed it together in my hands with my face wash like normal and washed my face. Fast forward like roughly 2 weeks, and my face is completely acne free, and I completely convinced myself that it was the jizz. Now fast forward roughly 3 years, I still do it pretty much 3 to 4 times a week, since I don't always wash my face in the shower anymore, but I truly believe that jizz cleared up my skin. Okay, I think it's just your face wash, bro. And you just been consistently using it. And that's what's been keeping you acne free. I mean, you even said, according to Google, it's not true. So how can it convince you that it is? Bro, it's not like you're using just jizz by itself. You know, if you're just using it just by itself, maybe you could have an argument there if you're just using that. But I mean, then again, I don't think it's going to work for everybody, but I don't know. But it's a thing where it's like you're using your face wash consistently. So the fact that you're using your face wash consistently pretty much kind of tells you it's the face wash keeping your face acne free, bro. I don't think it's the jizz, man. I don't know, man. Some people got their guilty pleasures, and if this one's yours, then all right, bro. But all I know is that's a lot of work just for some face wash. Like, man, and it just kind of makes me feel like, are you just like bashing and then you like store it? You're just like, I'm just going to go ahead and store that. I'll use it, from a face wash tomorrow. Okay. I mean, he says he does it in the shower, but that's just weird, bro. That's just the weirdest shit ever. Like, come on, man. Ugh. All right, whatever. On to the next. Tell me what you guys think about that in the comments, but yeah, I think it's just your face wash, bro. My situationship sneaky texted a guy that likes me. Not going to make this long, but let's call my situationship guy Ben and the guy that likes me Dan. Ben texted Dan from a whole new number telling Dan how he was with me and how great I am in bed and how he can have a taste one day. Ben and Dan have never met. They don't know each other. I've only spoken to each of them about the other. Ben doesn't want to actually be in a serious relationship with me. We've had multiple conversations and have agreed to be friends. I feel like the text was disrespectful towards me and super unnecessary to have sent it to Dan. What should I do? Can any guy tell me why he would do this? Well, yeah, just like you said, that nigga probably likes you and he was getting rid of the competition. That's exactly what he was doing. He was just like, man, this bitch is mine, bro. Fuck out of here. Like, if she only fucking me, then practically we're in a relationship, right? You know? Duh. I'm telling you, yeah, you're probably right. He probably likes you. He got rid of the competition because he knew, all right, that's the guy that you like, but you're only in a situationship with this dude. He's trying to turn that situationship into a relationship, and he's just getting rid of the competition. Easier said and done, man. He's just trying to get rid of that competition. He looked at him like, nah, that nigga right there is competition. I'm going to go ahead and text him and be like, hey, man, I'm smacking them cheeks. Them cheeks is mine. Maybe one day you'll get them cheeks. But for right now, them cheeks is mine. All right? Sin mode. You know, it is what it is. Game is game, baby. You shouldn't have been playing with two dudes. If you really liked that dude, you wouldn't have been in a situationship, I'm being honest with you. But your dumbass got into a situationship instead of just going after the guy that you want to be with. You know, that was an L on you. If I'm being honest with you, that was a huge L. Like, I know if I was the guy and I got that text message, I'd have been like, whoo, cool. We just friends. You gonna be in the sex only category. I'm not giving you a relationship. Fuck out of here. What you mean? You go over here in a situationship fucking a guy while you supposedly like me. Come on. Like, girl, you out here just L-ing yourself, man. Nah, that was an L. That was an absolute L. I would have probably done that shit too. Like I said, getting rid of the competition. Come on, man. All right, let's get into our next one. 32 male, am divorcing my wife, 33 female, after finding out that my 5-year-old son is not mine. Holy shitney. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I found out that my wife cheated on me 6 years ago. The way I found out is that her sister told me after going to visit her to find out how the delivery of her first child was. She confessed to me that 6 years ago, my wife told her that she slept drunk with her best friend. In her words, my wife was very sorry. At the time, she told me I was with my son, and immediately after leaving her house, I went to take a paternity test with him, fearing the worst. A week later, I got the results, and my fears came true. My son is not mine. For some reason, I began to see the boy differently, more as an acquaintance than a son. With proof in hand, I confronted my wife at night when the child was sleeping. Damn, he's like, you're a child. You're the child. You're not my son anymore. You're the child. Yeah. She asked me who told me, and I simply told her that it's none of her business, although obviously it will not take long to connect the dots that it was her sister. Well, that's not my problem. Regardless of that, I asked her for a divorce, which is now in progress. She was devastated. She swore to me more than once that nothing happened with anyone again, that she had been faithful to me in body and soul since then. Cap. Like, bro, come on. If you weren't faithful then, just because, you know, you're on this track record of faithfulness now, come on, bruh. Like, you had your chance, or you fucked it up, you know, because you lied to me the whole time, and then you made me take care of a kid that's not mine. Like, of course I'm gonna have some hella animosity, and you being loyal later on don't mean shit. It's like, no, you're faithful back then and you're faithful now. There is no like, oh, I wasn't faithful then, but I'm faithful now. And it's like, no, that's not the way it works. That's ridiculous. I held back the urge to insult her to avoid complications during the divorce issue, not believing a word she said, mostly blaming the alcohol instead of blaming herself. After talking about it, she threatened me, saying that she would demand full custody of the kid. I was so annoyed at that moment, and I told her, okay, I don't want anything to do with something that's not mine, and that she keep the child and I'll keep the dogs. We have 2 dogs, and we've adopted as puppies, and they are currently 8 years old each. After the words, she tried to convince me to take care of the child with her, that I am his father. At the moment, I exploded. I was angry and had held back so much urge to scream that I just yelled at her to go and take her bastard with her. Damn. And she's stupid because she's sitting here talking about, well, I'm going to get full custody of the kid. Well, no shit. It's not mine. Fuck we talking about here? Of course you're going to get full custody. The kid's not mine. What are we talking about? I have no ties to that child. Like, bro, like I can literally present this evidence in court and they cannot make me pay child support for that. No, because that kid is biologically not mine. You can go find the dad and get that nigga to pay child support, but you can't get me to pay child support for a shit. So you taking custody of the kid? No shit, you're going to take custody of the kid. The fuck we talking about here? She acted like that was a point to stand on or something. It's like, no shit, you're going to get full custody. That's your fucking kid. And some other dude. I have the evidence right here. I'm going to present that in court and be like, yeah, Your Honor, that's not my kid. So no shit, she's going to take full custody. Fuck we talking about here? Like, come on, man. Retarded. Let's see. A week has passed since that, and I am home. It is in my name because it is a gift from my parents. She went to her parents' house with her kid. She has not called me since then. She's left with everything and the half asleep kid when I yelled at her, especially since it was the first time I really yelled at her. It sure affected her. I talked to my parents, and my dad told me that I did the right thing and that I shouldn't be raising something that is not of my blood. And I agree with him. However, the pain is still there. My younger brother told me to write here to entertain myself. I am currently seeing a therapist 3 times a week, who told me that I have already taken the first step, which is leave behind what causes me pain. It just hurts to know that my family no longer exists. Regarding why my sister-in-law told me everything, according to her, she felt guilty seeing me always happy with my son, knowing that he may not be mine, and that the fact that we went to visit her in the moment of weakness caused her to completely break down with guilt. I don't know how true that is. I just know that right now I feel tremendous hatred for my wife and feeling between pain and resentment for the child, although it's just time to get ahead. I just hope the divorce goes smoothly. We have separate finances and properties, and if she really asks for child support, I have proof that it's not mine. According to my lawyer, that's more than enough. If she tries legal process for that, my therapist also recommend that do not see him or her, that regardless of the child's feelings, I should focus on my own first, that the child is no longer my problem, and sooner I accept, the better. Dang, man. Yeah, it's true. Just like I was saying, even the lawyer confirmed it. The lawyer was like, look, man, all you have to do is tell the judge, look, I have proof, paternity test, that is not my child. She can't ask for child support. Fuck out of here. Now, look, I get it. You know, he feels bad and stuff like that because he's like, fuck, man. I thought I had a family. I thought I had a loving wife. I thought I had a son. You know, we got some dogs and a beautiful house together. Like, I'm thinking life is smooth for you, boy. And then it all comes crashing down on him. And I can see why, because at first I was like, nigga, why are you in therapy? What the fuck? But then I thought about it a little more and I'm like, I would be in therapy too if I found out that my wife had sex with some other guy, he got her pregnant, she lied to me for 5 years thinking that this is my kid, and it's not my kid. I have to hear this from the sister. That means she was never planning to tell me ever that this kid was not mine. And then now I have to not only figure out my life, but now I gotta fuck this kid's life up. You know, so it's like, not only am I sad that my world's crashing and falling down, but now this kid is going to have to grow up without a dad. And that is crazy. And he's just like, I want to be there because it's like, morally it's the right thing to do, but at the same time it's like, dude, you lied to me for 5 years. You sat there and acted like that was my kid. It wasn't my kid. You lied to me, and you weren't loyal. You over here sitting like, oh, I wasn't loyal back then, but I'm loyal now. That doesn't change anything. You still were not loyal. You let that motherfucker bust nuts in you to get you pregnant, and then you sat there and probably told that guy, oh, don't worry, I'll just make him take care of the kid. That's crazy, man. Crazy. Oh, I hope that guy's doing better. At least he doesn't have to deal with child support. He doesn't have to deal with, his shit getting taken or whatever. But yeah, man. Woo, good luck to that one. God, that was a juicy story, though. All right, on to the next one. Am I wrong for thinking my girlfriend cheated on me after she acted sus on a night out? Okay, so I, 20 male, have been with my girlfriend, 19 female, for 2 years. Saturday night, she went out on a bar with her friends. Her friends started texting me asking if she had got me to pick her up as they couldn't find her and she wasn't answering her phone. She has done this before when she can't be bothered to stay out and her friends try to force her to. After about half an hour, they told me they found her. I asked where she had gone and they didn't respond. It was around 10 p.m. They found her again. The same thing happened at 11:30. Her friends saying they haven't seen her for 20 minutes and asking if she had again contacted me. I again said no. At 12:30, I asked if they had found her again. No response. I get worried, so I drive to the bar and I walk in. I see my girlfriend's friends, but not her. They all look shocked to see me. And one of them was like, I'll go get her. Just wait here. And runs off. She comes back a minute later with my girlfriend. She's drunk, but not really that drunk to where she could be disappearing. I stay with them and start drinking with them. At around 1:30, she again goes missing. None of us can find her. Nigga, you're there. How in the fuck do you lose your girl when you're there? Okay. All right. None of us can find her, and I go outside to the smoking area, and she is in a very far corner, tucked away, sat on some guy's lap. I go over and ask what the fuck is she doing, and she jumps up off of him and says she was just smoking. I asked why she was sat on his lap, and she says the seats are really cold on my leg. She's in a dress. The guy laughs, stands up and says to me, good luck, and pats my shoulder and walks off. I asked who he was, and he says an old friend of hers, which I think is weird. I've known her since we were 10, went to school with her, and never saw him. She said she's sorry for how it looked and gave me a hug. We go back inside to her friends, and the guy is stood there with 2 other guys, and his friends see us laugh. My girlfriend gives them daggers. A little later, I go to the toilet, and the guy is in there. I go over to him, and before I can speak, he just says, please keep me out of your relationship drama. I ask what he means, and he says, bro, whatever you're about to say, I don't give a fuck. Keep me out of it. I just walk off. And he just walks off. He's been rude as fuck, but the guy is a foot taller than me, and guy looks like he could probably rip my head off, and he wanted to, so I don't push it. Later on, I see a girl who I went to school with, who my girlfriend hates. They used to be friends, but had a big falling out just after school, as her friend is known to be a compulsive liar. She comes over and gives me a hug and says hi. After we talk for a few minutes, she asked me and my girlfriend. After we talked for a few minutes, she asked me and my girlfriend broke up. What? She asked when me and my girlfriend broke up. Oh, okay. So she asked, when did you and your girlfriend break up? All right. I say we didn't. She says, well, she's been kissing some guy's face off half the night, so you might want to talk to her about that. After I hear that, I go confront her. She denies it and says the girl's just shit stirring because they hate each other, which is the sort of thing this girl would do. She's a known shit stirrer and has been since school and lost most of her friends for telling lies and spreading rumors about them. I say to my girlfriend I want to leave, and she says that's fine and leaves with me. We get a taxi back. I ask her about the guy and how she knows him, and she says he lives around here, which isn't really an answer. She goes straight back to apologizing for sitting on his lap and how it looked. I say I don't want to talk about it, as honestly I'm starting to feel sick. We went to bed and go to sleep. I wake up first and go to check my phone. It's dead where I forgot to charge it. I grab her phone to check the time and see a notification from Snapchat. It says your new contact blank is on Snapchat. And I can see by Bitmoji it's clearly a guy from the bar. He was mixed race, and so was the Bitmoji. And there weren't a lot of POC where we live. It's like 90% white. I wake up my girlfriend and ask her, why does it say new contact if he's an old friend? She says it's because he has a new phone, convenient. She loses it at me for going through her phone. I don't even know her passcode. I was just checking the time. She says she apologized for sitting on his lap many times, but I was being ridiculous and insecure. She was too hungover to deal with me and basically stormed out of my house telling me not to text her until I grow up. That was Sunday. It's now Tuesday and we've barely spoken. Other than her calling me ridiculous, insecure, and her friends have now started getting involved, saying it's stupid of me to think she could cheat on me since I was there. Am I wrong? Man, she is sus as fuck, bro. God, that was a long story. I wish people would shorten shit up, but it is what it is. Yeah, my thing is, okay, look, the fact that she's with her friends and then she just kind of walks off and she's gone for 20, 30 minutes at a time. Come on, bro. Like, let's be honest here. Something was happening in those times. I understand that homegirl is a shit starter and all this other bullshit. 100%. I understand that. But there might have been a little bit of truth to that. Just because of the two main factors of the fact that he caught her sitting on his lap. He sat there and was just like, good luck. He didn't want to say nothing because he looked at it like, fuck, I'm not going to be able to hook up with her tonight because her dude is here now. You know, I kind of think she was doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing. If I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't have let her bitch ass go out to the bar without me being there anyway. After the first time they lost her, I would have went to the bar then. I would have been like, what do you mean you can't find her? I would have went down there right away. Like, what did you wait for the second and third time for her to get lost? Like, bro, I would have went down there literally the first time they lost her. And I would have been like, where are you guys at? I'm going there right now. I don't care if you find her. I don't care what. I'm taking her dumb ass home right now. You know what I mean? If they found her, I'd be like, you're going home. Let's go. You're going home. Because you're out here getting lost and all this kind of shit. Nah, I can't have that. Nope, you're going home right now. Let's go. Get in that taxi. I wouldn't have let none of that shit happen. Like, the fuck are we talking about here? You're gonna let your girl get lost and then her dumbass friends aren't looking for her? Fuck no. Her dumbass friends are sitting there just like, oh well, I don't know, whores will be yours. Oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, they don't give a fuck. You know? And that's why they didn't text him back after the second and third time she got lost. So that's the whole reason why he finally got up off his ass and went down there. Dude, like, I would have just went down there the first time and I'd have picked her ass up like, let's go. You're going. You're done. Your night out is done. All right, you had your fun. Let's go. It's time to go home now. You know, and if she don't want to go with me, okay, then you're single. Fuck out of here. Fuck we talking about? You gonna go out with your friends and then dart off and get lost? What? No. No. Because then nobody knows what you're doing at that time. And like I said, just with the connections of this dude, I want to say that she met him that night. You know, they linked up, whatever. And she was probably with him the entire time. You know, she was probably with his friends because she probably like got pulled off from her friends. It was like, oh, come on, hang out with me. You know, and she's over here hanging out with him and his friends. That's probably what it was. You know, they were hanging out over there and having a good time. And he was like, oh, you know, give me your number. Like, come on. Then they probably got very close to the point where, you know, she felt comfortable because that's some bullshit. Oh, my legs are cold. Shut up. All right, shut up. Because a girl who actually got a man that she, you know, ain't doing all this funny business with, she wouldn't have been sitting out there with that guy anyway. She would have been in the bar with her fucking friends, not being cold. What are we talking about here? Come on, man. Like, nah, bro. Nah, I want to say it was an L on you because you waited 3 times. You waited for 3 times for that bitch to get lost. The moment she got lost the first time, I'd have been like, you're done. Your night is over. Let's go home. But he waited 3 times. Then he gets there and he's over here like drinking with them. And she's like, no, I would have got there and been like, you're done. We're going home. Like, what the fuck, bro? Some dudes, they just let their girls do whatever the fuck they want to do, and then that's why they can get away with saying dumb shit like, oh, I was sitting on his lap because the bench was cold. Oh, he's just an old friend. Oh, that Snapchat he's got a new number, this and that, blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, you're capping and lying to me all over the place, and it's apparent as fuck, all right? You know, it's apparent as fuck. Like I said, the moment she got lost, you know, I'd have been like, you're done. Let's go home. So, yeah, bro, that's an L. That's an L. Yeah, your girl was, I don't think she cheated that night, but I definitely think there was some intentions there where, you know, they're going to talk and, you know what I mean, they're going to text behind his back type shit. He's going to ask her out and be like, hey, you know, you want to go out sometime, you want to kick it, whatever the case may be, and then she's going to look at it like, oh, he just wants to hang out with me as a friend, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's going to be like, hey, I want to go back to my crib, blah, 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 and then, you know, they have sex, so, whoo, good luck, guy, good luck. Uncircumcised guy ruins date. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, hear me out. With all the recent talks about how guys shouldn't be circumcised at birth and everything, I feel like what happened during my date is relevant and I need to hear your opinions. God, my nose is itchy. Talked about it on the pod before. Like every time I do the podcast, my nose just gets super fucking itchy and I'm just like, oh, so annoying. All right, back to the thing. I met this guy on Tinder a couple weeks ago. My bio clearly states that I'm looking for casual only. I have something on the lines of, please drag me out to have a good time. And I have a couple of suggestion pics showing cleavage. Okay, she's showing some titties. So I match with this guy, empty bio as usual, but we start talking and I start flirting and sending hot pics to him. And the guy is totally into it and we start sexting intensely and making plans for a hot date. Then after a week of full-on sexting, we exchange full nudes and I can see his mushroom tip. I noticed that he wasn't circumcised and that was fine by me. I've been with others that were not circumcised as well. We went to the bench together, and on the day of the date, we went to his place because he lived nearby, and we stepped in the shower together because it was a very hot day and we were sweating. But in the shower, I started smelling something weird, and I thought it was just the usual odor from the stink at those houses that are at the coast. But when I tried to touch him to start some sexy time in the shower, he pushed my hand away and kind of said that he didn't like it when girls touched his mushroom tip and stuff. But with all things we have talked about, I still offered to suck him a bit and kneeled in front of him, and I swear his dick was the source of the weird odor. It reeked of ammonia. I had never seen a dick, I've never seen a dick that smelled so bad. I had to stand back and say something like, I think you need to wash after being at the beach and everything. So when I said that, he kind of looked ashamed, and told me to go back to the room and that he would finish and go in a minute. Since I had already washed myself and I am perfectly clean, I left. But at the bedroom, when he returned, I wanted to start the sexy time again. I tried to go down on him, but and his thighs and balls reeked of pee. So, in preparation for this date, not only did he not wash his dick on the inside, he also forgot to wash his crotch too. Like, he did not wash his skin with soap. He tried to get me to suck him and do all nasty things we said we wanted to do during sexting, but I just couldn't. It's been weeks since I still have the smell in my nose. Ew. Yet it was nice. I played it off and I tried to jerk him instead, but he again wouldn't let me touch it for that. The head of his dick wasn't even poking or anything. It was hard but rather small, and it was fully covered in skin. The orifice of the tip of the foreskin was so small that he probably couldn't even put a finger in there to wash. So I just wanted to finish and leave, and then told him to put a condom on and to fuck instead. But when he tried to put a condom on, his dick went completely limp. Like I said, like I was naked in his bed, looking my best, clean and shaved. I even put on perfume and lip gloss while I waited for him to finish showering. And this guy couldn't even keep it hard enough to put a condom on. After the third dried up condom, he just gave up, and we laid there in bed for a moment where he apologized and literally said, "Welcome to the club of disappointed girls." I was stunned with disbelief. This man, 25-year-old, not only couldn't wash his dick properly, he couldn't even take a proper shower with soap to wash himself for a willing partner that had already told him that he was ready to suck that uncircumcised mushroom tip. I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor, but if you have phimosis so extreme that you don't want a girl to touch it, that you can't wash your dick properly, that you can't even put a condom on to fuck, shouldn't you have been considering surgery to get circumcised? And then she just kind of drones on about some other bullshit. Like, I don't really care about all that. We got the gist of it. Homeboy had a dirty mushroom tip, and he was, expecting her to smash or whatever. Man, it's these kind of guys that be fucking it up. All right, man. It's like, dude, it's not hard to clean your stuff down there, bro. It's not. Like, if you're the type of dude who is not circumcised, man, you got to pull that shit back. You got to clean, man. You got to clean it in there. Don't put no soap on it. That would burn, okay? But at the same time, because she was over here like, you didn't put soap on it? Like, bruh, chill. All right? You don't put soap on it. All right? I ain't going to lie to you. You don't put soap on it. I'm going to tell you that, okay? Don't put soap on it. It's sensitive down there, okay? You don't put soap in your cooch, all right? You don't do that shit. No. So the penis is the same way. You don't put soap in that bitch. But at the same time, it's like, my nigga, you could clean the area around with some soap and at least, get some water up in that bitch and clean it up. Like, my God, you got a girl who is down to smash. She's ready to go. She's like, I'm about to do the ultimate nasty shit to you, and you out here got some dick cheese. Like, come on, man. You out here fucking up for the rest, because I can guarantee you the next guy that she meets that's not circumcised, she's going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, I don't know about that. I kind of had a bad experience, so maybe not. You know what I mean? And that sucks, because that one guy, that's all it takes, is that one guy to fuck it up for the rest. That one guy. It just takes that one dude who got a dirty dick to just fuck it up for everybody else. And you out here like, come on, baby. What you mean? I clean mine. I use soap on my shit. What we talking about? I even sprayed it with perfume. Shit. Just so when you go down there, it smell good. Oh, man. Oh, shit. All right, we're on to the next one. All right, this is going to be our last one of the day. This is our Patreon submitted story. If you want to submit a story to Patreon, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast, $3 a month. You can send in as many scenarios as you'd like, as well as a exclusive episode every Friday. All right, let's get into it. My wife discovers she's a pedo. Oh, man. Okay, so this story is actually pretty tongue-in-cheek. I just thought it was hilarious. I, 26 male, my wife, 28 female, have been together since high school. When we first started dating, we took each other's virginities when I was 16 and she was 18. We were both still in high school at the time. Honestly, the whole relationship was pretty adorable right from the start. Holding hands on the bus, us getting off at the wrong bus stop so I could spend more time walking her home, us kissing on an old wooden bridge while it rained, very Hallmark type stuff. As we grew older, I would tease her that because I was 16 and she was technically an adult, that meant she was technically grooming me. Her being 5'2", innocent Catholic girl, and me being a 5'9" lacrosse player, her deflection for this was that the age of consent in our state is 16. But one night we were drinking and the same old joke came up that led us to do some research on the actual law. Turns out that yes, the age of consent is 16, but the relationship has to at the approval of the younger party's parents. My wife then claimed that because my mom would buy my condoms for Christmas, it was my mom's way of consenting to us having sex. Facts. Fast forward to this year, my mother was staying over at the house because she was on a business trip and didn't want to pay for any hotels. Once again, I brought up the joke and my wife then used her trump card about my mom buying condoms, which means everything was cool. My mom then turned and looked at her and said, I didn't consent to you two having sex. I just bought my son condoms because I knew I didn't want him getting any girls pregnant. I knew I couldn't stop him from having sex, but if he was going to, I wanted him to use protection. I don't think I've laughed that hard in years, so now because of this revelation, I can now say that canonically story of events for me and my wife's long and very happy marriage starts with her grooming me as a young teen, technically molesting me, and then through her manipulation of my young mind, she convinced me to buy a ring and propose to her on the top of a mountain overlooking a lake on a camping trip we went on together. Long story short, according to logic, my wife is a pedo and a child molester, and I've sentenced her to asking for forgiveness over her large collection of Jesus candles. He said, hey girl, nah, you coerced me into all of this. This was all your plan, all right? This was all your plan. You took a 16-year-old little boy and you played at his mind and his feeble little brain, and you made me do all this stuff. You made me propose to you, and you made me marry you and all of that. You need to go to your Jesus candles and ask for forgiveness because Jesus doesn't like what you did. Oh my God. And I love how he's joking about it. He's making it lighthearted. Please don't take this scenario serious. All right. He's simply telling this story because it was just a funny thing. And he just happened to look back and be like, you know what? In all technical terms, that's what you were doing, because if it was the other way around, that's what people would be saying. If it was an 18-year-old dude with a 16-year-old girl, they'd be like, oh, you groomed her, oh, you're a pedo, all this and that, and da-da-da-da-da. So he's just flipping the script, and she don't like it. And, she tried to play the consent card, but mom was just like, I didn't consent to that. The fuck we talking about here? I didn't want your dumbass having sex, but I knew your dumbass was gonna have sex anyway, so I bought your dumbass condoms. Because I know your dumbass was gonna get a girl pregnant. Fuck we talking about here? I'm glad I did that, because if I didn't, goddamn, I don't know where I'd be right now. I'd have to be taking care of your dumbass children. Shit. Oh my god, but that's funny. That is a funny story. But that's going to go ahead and end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was episode, I believe, 64? Yes, 64. So, well, man, it's been a long journey. And I appreciate you guys supporting, watching, being there alongside me with this. It's been a roller coaster. It's been a ride. I thank you guys so much for all the support. Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. Please rate the podcast there. Download all that good stuff. Keep up the support. I've been loving it. And TikTok and Instagram, go ahead and follow us on there for the clips. TikTok, you're going to be getting some live episodes every Sunday, so make sure you guys tune in for that. And without further ado, that's about it. Thank you guys so much, and peace.